Happy Saturday to you guys. I'm gonna see who logs on and hangs out with us for a little bit. Field some of your questions, talk to you guys, see how you guys are doing on this lovely Saturday. I don't think I've ever done a Saturday. Maybe I have. Can't remember. Rita Ochoa, hello. Thank you for joining me on this lovely Saturday. Kiki, hello. 38 people down. That was quick. Anawani, hello. Thank you for joining. Octavio, Roswell, New Mexico. Bianca, hello. Baby, I haven't seen Baby the rapper. I haven't seen him in a long time. Bassist, hello. I'm good, thanks. So Luna, how do I feel about my rapid growth at my waistline? I need to exercise more. My channel, uh, I'm okay with it. That's get the message out. Kiki, I'm having a great day. Thank you. Alyssa Lujan, hello. Joyce Rodriguez, Pennsylvania. Man, it's like 10 over there, right? It's late. Thank you for joining. Dominique Gallegos, hello. Jay Nollet, I have to go to work now. I'm bummed. Sorry, dude. Walking Bird, hello. From New Mexico, Douglas, Arizona. I love that town. I went to school in Purtleville for the third grade, I think. Hello from Cochise County Fair here in Douglas, Arizona. Thank you. I appreciate you. Uh, my mom is in AP right now. Carla, how are you, Carla? Chevy girl. Hello, Cindy Granger. I appreciate you, Cindy. Thank you. La- Latanya Cunningham. Good evening from Utah. Thanks for joining in, Latanya. Appreciate you. Um, George, George, uh, with the insightful question. Art, are you transgender? Silly people. George, put your thinking cap on. You sound silly. Give your phone back to your mom, George. The Wellness Bee. What's up, Sochi? How are you? So thanks for joining me, guys. I'm packing. See these boxes? I have boxes. I'm packing. That's what I'm doing tonight. I'm gonna pack. I'm selling my house. That's why you guys didn't hear from me for like a week, right? Everybody's, hey, are you okay? I'm always okay. I'm always fine. I'm extremely blessed. Uh, sometimes I'm doing too good. So I've just been busy packing and getting my house in order because I'm selling my house. So just getting busy with work, moving, packing, all that good stuff, and then the Lost in Phoenix family, uh, catching up with you guys. So I'm always busy, always on the run, always on the go. Got to block knuckleheads. Art, do you have an update on Lulu? I just saw Lulu. I just saw her 30 minutes ago. She didn't want to talk. She was waiting on a ride. Her friend is going to pick her up. So wish her all the best. She's still out in the streets. She's still walking on a broken leg, gang. So I don't know how that's possible, um, but every day she's out there. So best of luck to Lulu. If she ever wants to talk again, I'll let you guys know. So, yep. Lorena Membreno, hello. Kiki, I'm staying here. I'm always gonna stay here. So yeah, what do you guys think about my hat? What do you guys think about my little sweater here? It's actually 7 degrees in my house. I always keep it kind of cold, so it's a little chilly here in my house, not outside. Jasmine, hello. Thank you for joining me. I don't know if I made you a moderator. Jasmine Gonzalez, you're going to be a moderator. So if you're a super fan of the channel, you're automatically a moderator. You get to moderate like the comments when there's like knuckleheads like George, who I had to block because he took his mom's phone by accident. He took his mom's phone and started texting, sending us silly messages. So I had to block him. Um, So Jasmine is a moderator. Cindy Granger, my dad passed away in 2013. That's why I'm always watching our videos because I like that you help people out in the streets. Cindy, my condolences for the loss of your father. It's really sad what's going on with um, this battle with the opiates, right? So especially when they're young, these youngsters, teenagers, and young adults. Slush puppies, hello. I haven't seen Blake. I went out looking for him today. Didn't see him. Once I do see him, I'll let you guys know. I'll post a video. But he's still out there. He's still out there surviving, battling addiction. Yes. Anawani, you're a super fan of the channel. I've just made you a moderator. So please, if you see knuckleheads, please just block them, like our buddy George. We had to report him to his mom so she could spank him. Daisy May, hello. Any update on Caitlin? Um, I haven't seen Caitlin. Today when I talked to Viviana and Angel, I asked them, like, showed them a video of Caitlin. Have you seen Caitlin? Have you seen this girl? And she said, "Yeah, we just saw her yesterday. She's over there." And I went to go look, and she wasn't there. And did you guys see David, the security guard? I met him today. He's like, "Hey, are you?" He's like, "Are you Arturo?" I'm like, "Yes." He's like, "Oh, I watch your channel, bro. I've been watching your channel for a long time. I comment on there, and you always comment back." And I was like, "Hey, nice to meet you." Really cool security guard. We're just talking about everybody, Caitlin and Blake and all this stuff, right? So um, he told me that she's in that area as well. David told me that Caitlin is in that area. So I'll just keep looking and looking, and hopefully I run into her. Okay. So the good thing is that Caitlin is still alive. She's still out there. David says she doesn't look good, but hopefully we catch up to her soon. So that's the update. I haven't seen her. Rita, hello. Disappointed in Blake. That's addiction, though. I wasn't surprised. I was disappointed as well, but I wasn't like shocked. It wasn't like I wasn't sad. I wasn't shocked. I that's addiction is like that. They lie every day. Because of addiction. So I don't think we got played. I think he did what he had to do to kind of survive. Um, uh, that's part of the process. that's how they survive out in the streets. So I think I'd still continue to help him. I probably wouldn't get him a bus ticket. We probably won't get him a bus ticket, but we'll go talk to him and encourage him and say, hey Blake, we'll help you as much as we can, right? Without um, conflicting. Uh, so so yeah, it wasn't cool, but I wasn't shocked. That's part of the deal, actually, when you're dealing with people. Lulu did not get her leg fixed. Lulu, I just saw Lulu 30 minutes ago and she didn't want to talk. She was waiting for a ride from her friend. So Lulu is still literally out in the street right now. Um, I wish the best for Lulu, for Blake, for the people addiction. Like a lot of people get surprised, right? Like for example, like man, basically everybody, right? Like Miggy and Carla. Why don't you just take her, right? Just take her when she's alone. First off, she's never alone. I'm waiting for you guys to tell me when she's alone because I've at times that I've seen her, she's never been alone. They're like this, right? So they're always together. Okay. I've asked her in person, like, do you want to go see your mom? She said, yes, but I want Miggy to go with me. That's what she told me. Okay. So so you sometimes you guys miss a lot, a tremendous amount, because I talked to them before I interview and I talked to them after I interview to everybody, and I think you guys miss everything, right? The wider perspective, and so you guys have to trust my judgment when the gal, who was it? It was Lauren. Why was that yesterday or 2 days ago? Like, why don't you give her a shirt, right? What you guys don't know is that she had a shopping cart in the behind her. There's just her shopping cart full of clothes, right? There's short. I saw shorts in there and pants and shirts. That's her house. That's her little luggage, and like, hey, there's a shirt right there. Before I interviewed her, hey, there's a shirt. You want to put that on? No. Do you want to sit down? No. It's just I'm in a hurry. Can we just do the? Can we just talk real quick? And so that's why. Same thing with Rose, right? I interviewed Rose 2 weeks ago. Same thing. She was wearing that little top. Why didn't you get her a shirt? And you guys don't understand that I offer, right? I do offer before I interview, but they say no. I can't force, you know, I can't force her to put on a shirt. So you guys miss a lot, and so I have to be patient with some of you guys because a lot of you guys speak out of emotion, without really thinking. You guys just blurt out emotional stuff, comments, and I have to just try to give you guys grace and understanding and patience. So I have to remember that every day on every post that I do, right? So Hortensia, hello. Red Librarian, hello. Rita, hello. Simone, Anowani, that's cool. Welcome to the live. Awesome. Miggy really needs to get clean. I feel like the drugs are taking a big toll on his brain. Yeah, possibly, right? I agree. That's going to be his choice. A lot of people ask me, is Carla using too? Like, yeah, she's been using for like over a year. So, you know, Mizzy Garcia, hey, Art, I love your sweatshirt. Hawkins High School. I did not graduate from there, but Hawkins High School is awesome. Thank you. Um, you're always so patient with people like Lauren, and I think we can all applaud you for that. Yeah, thank you. So people like, especially on TikTok is like the worst for comments because they watch 30-second little clips and like, oh my God, did you help her? Did you do this? Did you do that without coming to YouTube to watch the entire video? So they're TikTok people they're they need a lot more patience from me. But but yeah, it's important to capture. So like people will say, Lauren was like really out of it. This wasn't really an interview. And you know what? I agree. It wasn't a two-way dialogue because she was out of it. But it's important to like highlight that. Like that has to be captured so that people can see the reality of it, right? So people, I've had like two or three people say, why don't you interview them when they're sober? When are they sober? They're never sober, you know? Um, So they're smoking these pills every 15, 30 minutes throughout the day, and they're never sober. So I appreciate the concern and again the emotional comment, but uh, it's important to highlight the realities of addiction, especially these pills. These pills just uh, cause you to live like a zombie, and it's important for people to see how when you're trying to talk to somebody, they're just slumping away while they're standing, and like, hey, Lauren, don't fall. Oh, I wasn't falling. I was tying my shoes, or I was making sure that the floor was level and there wasn't like a whatever she said, like a step or something, right? And she's not even. She said, what did she say? She said, my doctor. I'm not addicted to blues. My doctor prescribed me a pill press machine and a bucket of powder. And my doctor said I have to smoke 48 of these every single day. And of course, and the doctors were, I forgot the names, Christian, whatever. And I guess those are doctors from like a show, Nip and Tuck or something. So, the that mental health state is deteriorating, right? And it was hard to talk to her, but it's important to highlight how these pills will just take you down in a hurry. So I think there's value there. I think people have to see the ugly side of addiction, right? Not just somebody that's coherent and sober and talking to. That's important too. But if somebody's standing up and slumping away, that has to be captured as well. I think there's value there. You might not see it, you might not agree with it, but when you start your own channel and you start interviewing people, you do it however you choose to. And for now, I'm going to choose to do it this way. So I appreciate your concern, but it seems to be working according to the parents that text me, that message me on all social media platforms. They say, thank you very much for these videos. I'm showing them to my kids, and it seems to be working, kind of scaring them. So I'll keep doing what works, even in spite of your guys' objections. So thank you. Monet, thank you very much. I appreciate you. Jesus Christ is working through all of us, right? I believe in God. I'm not the the most perfect person. I'm the one that probably needs the most help in this world, but every day I try to be a better person. I try to work hard at work. I try to be good to my family, and certainly with the Lost in Phoenix project, I try to be good and extend kindness and compassion, and uh, and I think I do that to the best of my ability. And people like I interviewed Chicago today, right? So Chicago, towards the end, I said, "Hey, Chicago, you know that you matter, right? You know that you're important in this world." And obviously, Chicago hadn't heard those words in a long time, if ever, and Chicago just started crying. So again, extending that compassion, empathy, and well wishes. People need to hear that. People need to feel valued, and I think Chicago is gonna. When Chicago is ready to get well, hopefully Chicago calls me and we can go pick up Chicago and help. So Trademark TM, thank you very much. I appreciate you. Park Place, Chicago's video made me cry. I was crying inside as well. Kelly Collins, are you a moderator? Yes, Kelly Collins is already a moderator. Super fan of the channel and the moderator. Cool. Monet Rig. Thank you. I appreciate you. Passing them NA, Narcotics Anonymous meeting schedules would be a good idea too. It would if they wanted them. If they don't want to go to a treatment center, they're probably not going to care about a schedule of NA. But yeah, I agree with that. Calvin H, thank you. I appreciate you. I was Hortensia. I was looking back at your videos because I didn't start watching you from the beginning, but I saw the interview with Channel 12 News. Yeah, that was a quick 2 3 minutes back last year. That was a really cool interview. A lot of people ask me like, "Why do you do this? You know, when did you start?" And that's a good interview. So just today somebody asked in the comments like, how can I help, and here's a good way to help. Okay. um so the majority of you guys can't come with me, and I don't really take anybody because I don't feel comfortable with anybody with next to me. I just go out and do it, go and knock it out, because I want to be responsible for my safety, and it's hard to be responsible for somebody else's safety, right? um, but a good way to help is make sure you're subscribed. Everybody here is subscribed because I made it for you guys join by for the subscribers only. And make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you share the videos, watch the videos, right? Like learn, educate yourself on the terminology, on what it is, on what's G, what's H, prices, all that stuff, right? Where do these pills come from? When do they start? Is it doctors, prescribing, or is it another source, right? So you guys, there's a lot of education here in these videos and these live chats. A lot of education is being done. So take the time to watch all these videos, right? There's like hundreds of videos uploaded since I started November of 2021. I'm sorry, I apologize. November of 2020. November of 2020. My first interview was Carlos, 21-year-old Carlos, okay, who happens to be locked up right now. Um, so uh, that's when I started my first interview. And if you guys go back and watch, like in progression, the videos, you'll see, some of the people, right? The Caitlins, the Jesuses, the all these people that I've talked to throughout the it's going to be 2 years this November. So I'm excited, and that's a good way for you guys to help, right? Because a lot of you guys get asked that all the time. How do I help? How do I help? It doesn't always have to be monetary. It doesn't always have to be you guys send donations, right? Clothes. It doesn't have to be clothing. Doesn't. You can just watch the videos. Then watch the videos from the beginning all the way to the end, and then if there's like 2 or 3 ads, whatever, however many ads, just let them run. The reason for that is because YouTube algorithm likes that. So when you guys do that, it sends the videos and the recommendations to random people all over the country and all over the world, actually. So by you doing that, rewatching the videos, watching them all the way to the end, don't interrupt the commercials. You are doing your part to get these messages out, right? So so that helps me. It alleviates a piece, some of the burden off of me, and you guys take the helm and do your part, right? Because a lot of you guys get frustrated. Oh my God, I live in the state of Washington. How can I help? And it's simple. Just watch the videos, let them run, let the ads run, and YouTube behind the scenes somehow likes that, and the message gets disseminated all over the country. Okay, so that's a good way to help. So I appreciate you people that do. I know a lot of you guys have started to do that. I can see it just shows me that the YouTube is starting to recommend more often. That means a lot of you guys are watching the videos all over again, or maybe for the first time, but at least you're going back to the history of Lost in Phoenix. Okay. So thank you. Michelle, 3 to 4 videos per day, and I feel like I've become more appreciative of what I have. Absolutely. Like me personally, like doing this, like I feel like I'm more humble, more appreciative. I don't take family for granted. I don't take my health for granted. The sacrifices. So, like a lot of you guys know that I had a brother. I've never battled addiction. I've never done drugs, thankfully, but I've had it in my family. I have it in my family. I have cousins that are under the spell, of this addiction. I have a brother that battled addiction to G for years. It took him to be um, locked up for 9 months for him to do away with that. He's doing good, but it's not just that the person addicted. It's like the 100 people behind the scenes: the mom, the siblings, the children, society, the police. Right? All those, all those people. It's like a ripple effect, right? That damages uh, a lot of folks. So. So I think it's important for we all have a connection somehow, right? We all feel it. We all feel it. Let's say I didn't have any family ever affected by this. I'm still affected by it because it's affecting society, right? Our jails, our uh, um, the criminal justice system, shelters, all this stuff comes together, and it's a mess, basically, right? So what do you guys think? G stands for glass. When you guys hear on the videos, G, how long have you done G? I've been doing G for 5 years. G is short for glass. Glass is meth. Um, Mizzy, not sure if you have talked about this. Would you interview Blake if you saw him? Absolutely, yes. I mentioned that earlier. Um, yeah, I'm not mad at him. I'm disappointed. I'm not shocked by what he did. I'm not shocked at all. I was disappointed. I was upset, disappointed, but I'm not gonna like be done with him. Am I gonna help to get a ticket for him next time? No, because you burn bridges. They burn bridges. So, but I'll still interview him, talk to him, and again, I'll try to support him as much as possible. But suspicious minds, like Elvis said, right? Just me. Good evening from KCMO, Kansas City, Missouri. In 2 weeks, I'm going to Chicago and Madison, Wisconsin. So I won't be. I'm busy. I'm busy packing. Right. I'm selling my house. I see the box right there, packing up all my belongings, which is moving sucks. Moving is not fun. Had to rent a storage and pack, and I have a two-story house, so I have up and down with all the stuff. Not fun. Moving isn't a fun deal. And in 2 weeks, I'm traveling for an entire week for work, so no interviews then. I won't have time to interview anybody in Chicago, so that's gonna suck. Anawani, thank you very much. I appreciate you. I'm moving to Chicago. No, let's not spread that rumor. I would never go to Chicago to move there, to live there. I'm going to Chicago because of work. On my company, we have meetings over there, so that's why I'm traveling to Chicago for a week because of work. I'll be back. I'm never gonna leave Arizona. I love Arizona. I'll be. Why am I moving? Because I'm selling my house. I'm selling my house. That's why. I'm selling my house before a dummy that we all know ruins the economy further, and the value of the house decreases to a point that is untenable, right? So I'm trying to cash out now because I bought this house as like an investment property. I didn't mean to be here forever. So cool little house, but time for me to skedaddle. Will you change your channel? No, I'll never change my channel. My puppy is with family. They're taking care of the puppy while Phoebe, my assistant, her location was right there, but she's gone because again I'm packing and moving and all that fun stuff. In management. I've been in management for I've been a manager in insurance for 12 years. I've been with the company for 14 years. It's going to be 15 years coming up in April of next year. Man, it went by fast, quick. All kind of questions tonight. Uh, no, I'm not. Never. The last place, if I was ever moved out of Arizona, the last place would be Chicago, Los Angeles, San Diego, Seattle. Um, no, Quinn Howard, thank you very much. I appreciate you. I appreciate the support. Thank you very much for your kind words. The older you get, the faster it goes. Yeah, that's true. The older you get, the year goes is like fast. It's not even 12 months no more. It's like 10 months, 9 months. The older you get. Don't get old. San Diego's kind of cool. Yeah, yeah. Are you downsizing to a smaller home? Actually, I'll probably rent for like a 6 months or a year until prices crater. Um, I don't think we're gonna have like in 2008 the economy kind of blew up because of yeah, you guys know remember what happened back then, right? But that's not gonna happen this time. I think just prices will go down normal because real estate does this, right? Real estate goes up, real estate goes down, real estate goes up. In 2008, just crashed, right? There won't be a crash this year. It's just going to be a recession. We're in a recession. How deep will the recession go? We got 2 more years with goofball. So let's see. Hopefully, it's not that bad. Hopefully, it's not that bad. Um, so yeah, I'll rent for 6 months or a year, depending on the market. Right, the market dictates what people do. So the market dictated that I sell my house before the prices crater. So if in 6 months the market dictates that I should buy a house, I'll buy a house. Maybe I'll buy one house and rent and buy a rental property. So because real estate is awesome. Lindsay Beard, about to be 40, about to be 40 is getting to me. Lindsay, don't go into 40s, whatever you do, just stay in your 30s. Don't move. LA is super expensive and overcrowded, not mention Skid Row too. 360,000 people left California last year in 2021. 360,000 people left California. They moved to Arizona, um, New Mexico, Texas, Florida. So, all you Californians, don't come to Arizona. It's full. We're full. Okay. Go to Washington. You guys have very similar politics in the state of Washington, Seattle. Go move to San Francisco. You guys have got the same. San Francisco and LA, kind of like twin cities. Go there. Teresa Adams, have you seen Lulu? Yes, I saw her 45 minutes ago. She didn't want to talk because she said that her friends were going to go pick her up. So sometimes she's in the mood to talk, sometimes she's not in the mood to talk. It just depends, how she's feeling inside. But she's still out there. She hasn't gone to the doctor. Her leg's still broken. So best of luck to her. Monet, houses are selling with lots of profit. So all you California people, go to Texas. Move to Texas, skip Arizona, jump over Arizona. Don't come here. If you do move to Arizona, please don't bring your politicians and your politics. I'd appreciate that. Thank you very much. Gas is 420. How much is gas here in Phoenix? I just put gas earlier today. And I don't. 2 years ago, it was $2.20 was the national average. 2 years ago. Arizona is full. No more vacancy in Arizona. New Mexico has a lot of land and it's a lot cheaper in New Mexico. Do you guys have any other questions? I've been talking to you guys for 35 minutes. There's 157 people. Holy jeez. On a Saturday. I should be packing. Right. Here's my box to pack all my stuff. I probably need like 50 more of these boxes to pack all of my stuff. So that's not gonna be fun. But but I decided to take a break because I haven't done a live in such a long time. I might do a live tomorrow. I just wanted to talk to you guys, really just kind of keep you guys updated and let you guys know that I'm doing great. I feel great. It's just when you guys don't hear from me, it's not because I'm not feeling well or anything like that. I think I'm very healthy and very energetic and all that stuff. It's just I'm busy with work, okay, and I'm busy with the moving stuff. Selling my house, okay. So that takes a lot of time. My job takes a lot of time. 2 weeks ago, I volunteered at work. 2 weeks ago, the entire day I was volunteering, uh, making basically just volunteering all week. So I've been super super busy. So that's kind of where I've been. Is Tijuana? Oh, you guys brought up a good question. Um, so I interviewed like what 2 months ago, a girl named Tijuana, right? And then last year I interviewed a gal named oh my goodness, I forgot her name. On my phone app. So, anyways, I forgot her name, but you guys, um, you guys mentioned that Tijuana is that girl from God, I can't think of her name. So many people. I've interviewed like 600 people in almost 2 years, and I can't keep track of all the names. It's really a lot. Um, anyways, if I think of her name, can anybody remember who that is? Um, but anyways, it's not the same person, right? Some of you, they look very similar, but they're not. The reason I know is because the family of Tijuana like called me and they verified like her name, and it's different than the gal from last year. They just look very very similar. So two different people. So, but I totally understand where you guys are coming from. Uh, Anawanani, thank you very much. I appreciate you. You're very generous tonight. Thank you very much. Thank you for being a super fan and helping moderate the chats. Okay, so I'm grateful for you. Alejandra Ortega, do we have an update with Carla? I don't know what it is with Carla that struck me, but is there any way we can help her get to her mom sooner? So Alejandra, Carla does not want to go without Miggy. So if Miggy doesn't want to go, Carla's never gonna go. So a lot of people say, why don't you just talk to her alone? And my question back to you guys is, when is she alone? Because of the 4 or 5 times that I've seen them, guess what? They've never been alone. They've been like this. So I can tell that it's not the healthiest relationship. I personally think she loves him because that's her first boyfriend, her first everything, right? Her mom was deported 2 years ago and she was out with family and kind of on the streets. And he kind of, a year ago, he kind of became her boyfriend and kind of protected her. So she feels like that's her knight in shining armor somehow. And again, that's her perspective, right? If she wants him to go with her, that's on her. She's an adult now. I had any suspicion Carla was 13 or 14 or 15 or 16 or underage, like I would have separated them the two a long time ago. But a long time ago, I felt comfortable that she was 18, and it was confirmed by me talking to her mom, Maria, on the phone. Like, yeah, and also another thing that Maria told me is that she's very shy, very introverted. She doesn't talk. She's never been very communicative, right? She's never doesn't express herself. Is there frustration in that relationship? Yeah. Do they get mad at each other? Yes. Is it healthy? No. But what do we do? What can we do, right? If she doesn't want to separate, then I can't separate them, right? Because that's a felony that I'd get in trouble with the law if I was to physically separate them. Okay, then I'm not going to go to jail for folks that you know it's kind of silly. So Michelle Medina, you are breaking up. CJ and True, I haven't seen them. The purpose of this channel is to create awareness, to create a level of understanding of the lost. This channel promotes life. Absolutely. That's a great way to summarize that. I think that's a great, um, I agree with that. Absolutely. When was the last time you heard from Ashanti? The last time I interviewed her. That's the last time, which was what, 2 months ago, maybe a month ago, 2 months ago. I'm not sure. I was in that area today and I didn't see her. Jasmine, I mean, what can we do? She's grown, right? Yeah, grown, right? The United States, when you're an adult at 18, you can make your own life decisions. Uh, and so if that's what she chooses, right, to live like that with him, then um, that's her choice. So, choices have consequences, unfortunately. So, any other questions, comments, concerns, any thoughts, anything that you guys would like for me to try to answer for you guys? I again, Saturday, hanging out in my Hawkins sweater because it's 70 degrees in my house. I put on my thinking cap. I've been wearing this all day because I've been trying to think. Uh, I have to pack. I wish I had like at least 10 of you guys here right now to come help me pack. So Perry, thank you for joining, Perry. I've had a good week, Perry. Thank you. Appreciate you joining on this lovely Saturday. Thank you. Is Slump still in recovery? So we're not calling him Slump anymore. We're calling him Saba is his name. Slump is his name when he was out in the street. But since he's home in recovery, doing good, we're calling him Sabas. So Sabas is doing good. His mom, the last time I communicated with her was like, I think she just texted me actually. She just texted me. I think she's probably watching the live and she texted me. Um, yeah. So Sabas is doing good, and I hope he does stay down that path. Pumpkin Lusty, Orlando, and Yasmin. I haven't seen them. I'm always in that area where they were at, and I haven't seen them at all. So um, hopefully they're doing good. Uh, Is that DJ Elixman would help me? Yay. Jose Cuda, I don't usually comment on live streams, but can you give the cross streets where people that need help are at? So anybody want to answer him? So Danielle Robertson, do not disclose locations of anybody that you see, okay? Because what you're doing is you're jeopardizing their safety. Because believe it or not everybody has good intentions. Okay, there are some people in our even here in the comments possibly, right, that want to harm some of these people, right? There's some people that pretend to want to help, right? And their intentions are to harm them, believe it or not. So I never, me personally, I never disclose locations to anybody. Okay. And so make sure you don't disclose locations on the chat because I have to block you. Okay. So please be mindful of that and respectful. Um, just because you know their location doesn't give you the right to disclose it to anybody else just because you want to seem cool or in the know or whatever. Don't do that. That's very disrespectful because a lot of them don't want their location known because they're, oh, but their family, their mom, their brother, sometimes they're running away from family. Believe it or not, sometimes they're running away from family, right? We think that family is going to help them, but sometimes they're running away from family. Family wants to harm them. Okay. So please be aware of that. Okay. I've said that 100 times. I'll say it 100 times more because I'll have people on here. Okay. So never give locations. Jose Rayas is paying attention. Thank you. Danielle Robertson, my bad, wasn't my, yeah, yeah, I agree, Danielle. It wasn't your intention. You're just trying to help, right? Because somebody is asking and you're trying to help, right? Because I get that all the time. People message me on all platforms, right? Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat. Hey, where is Blake? I want to go take him some food. Or where is I normally don't get it for guys. I get it for girls all the time for girls, especially the young girls, right? For I think I know why, right? Because the helper is a guy, and the person they want to help is a girl, a young girl. And where is she at? I want to go help her, right? And like, dude, nah, I'm not, I'm not gonna give you locations because that's just not cool. So thank you guys for understanding. When I started doing, just so you guys know, when you guys go back to my videos way in the beginning, I would say I am here on 43rd Avenue and Glendale with this person when I started my interviews, right? At the beginning, like so like almost 2 years ago when I started doing interviews. But then they would tell me later on, like, hey, like I did the interview with you, and I would get like people just like driving around and looking, and they would ask me, hey, are you the girl from so so going forward, please don't tell people where I'm at. So I've seen it firsthand. I've been told that firsthand. Okay. So I'm telling you guys from everything I tell you guys is very it's from a place of logic and a perspective that you guys don't have all the you guys don't have everything down pat the way I do. And so just keep that in mind. Okay. So Bo loves biochemistry. Thank you, I appreciate you. I don't love biochemistry. Is Kensington or Arizona worse? I've seen Kensington videos and that looks pretty crazy to me. And I think in Kensington is like a little block in Philadelphia where they have like the people doing drugs and the police don't bother them. The problem in Arizona or in Phoenix, and all the cities that surround Phoenix is that it's everywhere. We have Kensingtons we all over the valley, right? Phoenix is the fifth largest city in the nation, and and just 2 days ago, the Phoenix Police Department uh, busted two young knuckleheads, a 21-year-old and a 26-year-old, for they had 975,000, so almost a million pills. Okay, 2 days ago. That's crazy because that's what got caught. So there were 10 other knuckleheads that didn't get caught. That's why these pills cost $1, $2, $3, whereas 2 years ago they costed $5 to $10. So isn't that insane? Do you have two channels? Anybody want to answer that? Do I have two channels? Somebody answer that for Lindsay. Jasmine, yes, correct. Ding, 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 ding. I only have one channel. There's like, ever since I started doing this, there's all kind of just like 4 or 5 other channels doing this. And you know what? God bless them. Like I'm not hating on them. Only when they start talking crap about me is when that bothers them. So Do you fear for your own safety when you interview? No, I actually don't. I'm not fearful. I'm aware of my safety. I'm very precautious and I'm very, very aware of my safety. Fearful? No, I don't think you'd be able to do this if you're fearful. So, Sarah Sierra, how are you, my friend? Hopefully, you're doing good. Hopefully, you're well. You and your family. Scares me to think how many pills are out there, are really out there, is what Sarah says. And absolutely, I can tell you there's a lot of pills. I can tell you that a ton of pills are smuggled in every day on the southern border. A ton of pills, a lot every day. They're just sending cars and cars and cars and by the truckloads and semis, and it's crazy. It's insane. So I fear for our future. If these pills cost $1, $2, $3, can young people afford $2, $3? Right? You have a 13-year-old that wants to be 15. You have a 15-year-old that wants to be cool, be 18 years old. You have 18-year-olds that want to be cool, want to be 21. So what do they do? What's the easiest, most accessible drug out there? Is these little pills, and then they're not even blue. They're putting out all kind of colors to attract younger people. So it's just insane what's going on, and you guys have to be aware of that. And this channel is about awareness. The more we talk about it, the more we educate, the questions you guys ask, that you'll be able to tell two, three, four other people. You'll be able to educate your children, right? That's why it's important for this message to keep going. If there's four or five other channels doing the same thing, I have no issues with that, right? As long as you're doing it for the right reasons, the right intentions, and just kind of leaving my name out of it, I have no issue with that. Sarah Sierra, I would definitely be dead if I could have gotten them for $1 for sure. Oh my goodness, because you would like have consumed more, right? And the more you consume, the more of a chance you have to get a strong pill and not get up from it. And that's scary, man. That's insane. Narcan, I get asked a lot if Narcan, if I carry Narcan. I do carry Narcan. Narcan is when somebody's ODing, uh, Narcan counteracts the effects of an OD, and it kind of revives people. You inject them. It's injection or nasal. I have injection, so you inject it, and then you rub their sternum, and then they just come out of it. So it's insane. The border is not doing their job. Yes, they're handcuffed. That's why they've received instructions from their superiors to not arrest people, to not do things that they should be doing, unfortunately. So that's why we had 2 million undocumented people cross the border last year in 2021. 2 million people that we have no idea who they are, where they come from, where they're at. 2 million people. How many of those are former um, felons or child predators or terrorists? We have no idea. So it's insane, right? 2 million people entered our southern border, and we don't know who they are or where they're at, right? That was last year. How many million are coming in today, right? You know, 2 days ago, uh, right? The Phoenix Police Department arrested two guys, a 21-year-old and a 26-year-old, two Phoenix guys, young Hispanic guys, okay, with almost a million pills of these fentanyls. Where do they come from? They didn't come from Canada. Okay, I can guarantee you that somebody's got. So sometimes here's a problem. So they're so I'll have like Hispanic people on here like, "Oh, you're racist." They'll call me racist. Like, dude, I was born in Mexico. I was literally born in Mexico. I'm here legally. Okay, I've been in the military, in the United States military, served this country. I'm patriotic as hell, and I'm gonna call it the way it is. I speak I speak truth, right? I know it might offend you, it might hurt your feelings, okay, to talk about the southern border because you think that has something to do with race, but to me it doesn't. I'm just speaking factuals, like actual facts, black and white, right? Oh, some of this is coming through Canada. Why the hell would they go around and bring it in through Canada? That's like you're stupid. So no, um, it's crazy, man. Because that guy got offended that whatever. It's just crazy. That's another problem with America. You can't be honest. You can't tell it the way it is because you're gonna offend somebody. People. I firmly believe that people wake up every day and they find a way to get offended. Right? They want to be offended so they could cancel or point the finger or whatever. And I just give them the other finger and I say, you're an idiot. I just block people. And again, I speak facts. If you're not going to speak facts, then you're not going to help the cause. You're really not going to help educate the community. So I think we need to continue to speak facts and educate people about really what's going on at the southern border. Definitely not secure. I know it's not secure. I was there 2 months ago, and just people pouring across, and drugs are pouring across, obviously, and they're coming here. Phoenix has always been the hub for decades, right? For marijuana, human smuggling, and now these pills. Always comes here, and then it gets distributed all over the country, right? Especially they try to take it east right away because it's the further it goes from Mexico, the more expensive it is. They make more money. So Phoenix has always been the distribution point for everything illicit. And the reason for that is because the southern border in Arizona, that's the hardest to man. Why? Because the extreme temperatures. That's why. It's really hot down there, right? And so you'll have people trying to cross because uh, it's very expansive, like it's a long border, and yeah, so that's those are facts. Don't let it hurt your feelings, and just look at it through the lens of reality, and call it what it is, and then we can actually deal with the issue, acknowledge what the issue is, and then we could deal with it. But if you put your hand in the sand like an ostrich and pretend it's not there, you're really not dealing with the problem, right? When you go to the doctor, do you want him to lie to you, or do you want him to tell you what the issue is so you can try to fix the issue, right? You want a doctor that's honest and not going to beat around the bush, right? So it's just common sense. I discovered a long time ago that common sense isn't common anymore, right? So it's all about how you feel, and are you offended? So art, the blues are getting cheaper, therefore more addiction equals more death. Common sense, yes. That to me is common sense. Lindsay Beard, wow, you just opened my eyes. I didn't know that was happening. Prevention through awareness is the mission statement of this channel. Prevention through awareness, right? If I can give you guys some facts, right? Because I live in Phoenix. I'm a legal immigrant from Mexico, right? I have connections to Mexico. Okay. I was just there 2 months ago. I'm aware. I know I'm from that culture. And so I can give you guys facts. I can try to help educate you so you can go help educate your politicians, your community, your family. And then we can try to, we're not going to wave a wand and make it go away. But the, I really believe the answer is prevention, right? If you can prevent people from trying this stuff, then uh, the cartels won't make a profit. People won't pass away, right? So my does anybody remember the name of my tortoise? Anybody? Susan G. Art, do you think Angel and Viviana are ready for rehab? Absolutely not. Lindsay, yes, my teen daughter has seen some of your videos and she is scared of drugs now. So thank you. Awesome, Lindsay. Thank you for sharing. Sandy Fam, how old is the youngest person you've seen on the streets? 13 years old was a youngster that I saw. He was smoking in front of me. He was on a scooter. That was last year. I haven't seen him since last year, but that was the youngest, 13 years old. So 13. Isn't that insane? 13. When I was 13, man, I think I at 13 years old I discovered girls. That was my addiction, girls. That's why I stayed away from drugs and partying and alcohol and all that. So a little bit more healthier than blues, just by this much though. Susan G says Sheldon. No, you're close though. Just me, is it a Salcutta tortoise? No, those suckers that grow like this, like huge, like a no, no. It's like it's the smallest tortoise, uh, one of the smallest species on Earth. It's a Herman tortoise. So he's basically the size of my palm. So that's like really small tortoise, right? Because tortoises usually get big. So he's an indoor tortoise. His name is Shelino. Shelino. Shellino. Because I think he's a boy. I don't know if he's a boy. I need to go verify if he's a boy or girl. Um, so it's easy to change to Shelina. What anybody going out? Anybody having fun going out tonight besides me packing? Anybody going anywhere? Anybody going to a wedding or anything? It's already 8:16 here in Phoenix. So a lot of you guys are in the East Coast, so it's probably late, right? Like 10, 11. Where are you guys from? Is anybody from like far? Who's the furthest person? I'm in Arizona. There's some Texas people here. Monet is from Texas. Got California people for sure. Anaheim, California. Indiana, Keith. Wow. Hoosier, Needles, California. Jay Mason is in Arizona. Australia. That's the furthest for Matthew James. You win the FAR award. Awesome. Thank you for joining us. Appreciate it. Chicago. I'll be in Chicago next 2 weeks. North Carolina, Hoosier, LA, Ohio, Mary, New Zealand. Holy jeez, I need to go scroll. You guys are too fast. Dolly's in New Zealand. You're a Kiwi. I think in New Zealand, you guys call each other Kiwi or something, right? Colorado, Detroit, Chino, California. Is that what it says? No, China. Sorry. Gangnam Style, China, Florida, Mexico, Wisconsin. You're a badger. You're a cheesehead. Did you name your tortoise after Chalino Sanchez? Shellino. It's Shellino. Well, yeah, I got that idea from him. Florida, El Paso, China, Kiwi, Northern Arizona, NAU Lumberjacks, yay. Montana, Big Sky Country, Sacramento, that's the capital of California. Kevin Johnson used to be the mayor. Kevin Johnson used to be a really good, great point guard for the Phoenix Suns years ago. Taiwan, hopefully you gain independence from China. Hopefully China doesn't go to war for Taiwan. El Paso was a UTEP, University of Texas, El Paso. You guys are minors, right? Oregon. Joe Martinez is in Oregon. Awesome. The home of Nike, I believe, right? Oceanside, California. That's where Oceanside is where Aubrey was from. You guys remember Aubrey? She's back in California. Hopefully, she's doing good. I haven't heard from her mom in a long time, but Oceanside is where she's from. Missouri. I've been to St. Joseph, Missouri, Northern Arizona, NAU Lumberjacks. Because he has a shell, yes, Shellino. Bel Air High School in California. Bel Air High School has a basketball court that opens up like this, and there's a pool down below, and that was in the movie Back to the Future, right? Am I right? Anybody? Also, it was in the movie. Um, Bel Air High School was in the movie. It's a Wonderful Life. I'm kind of good at trivia, guys. Tucson, the old Pueblo. What do you think about Miggy and Carlos' relationship? Dang, I just gave a rundown on that, and I just gave a rundown on Blake. You guys are gonna have to watch it. Watch this again. New Mexico, 155 people, 101 thumbs up. I've been talking to you guys for an hour and 6 minutes. I think this is the longest I've ever talked to you guys, which I don't mind. You guys are cool. You guys are really, really cool. I'm like really lucky. I think you and I, you, me and the Lost in Phoenix family, okay, I'm going away from community. We're more of a family because that's what I feel from a lot of you guys. You guys message me when you guys don't hear from me for a while because are you okay? Right? So you guys are concerned. Oh yeah, I'm fine. I'm just moving. So I'm kind of not okay because I'm selling my house and I'm moving. So yeah. So if you want to help, come on down and help me so we can knock this out. But you guys are all part of this Lost in Phoenix family, right? Because you guys, a lot of you guys demonstrate compassion and empathy, like for the Chicago's, for the Carlas, for the Vivianas of the world, right? Caitlin's, Blake's. You guys demonstrate compassion in your comments, and I appreciate you guys that appreciate you for that because those are the same sentiments that I have. And so I think the more we talk, we interact, you guys ask questions, I try to answer those questions. I don't have all the answers, but I just give you my perspective, right? I give you my opinion, I give you facts. And I think that allows us to grow together as a family and really help people more, right? Because now you're a part of something. You belong to something. You belong to a movement, to a cause, right? We don't always have success stories, right? But we all did plant a seed, right? If I've interviewed over 600 people in the past almost 2 years, then you guys were right there with me, helping me with that shovel and planting that seed and watering it, and hopefully it germinates and it grows, and one day we'll have success stories, right? Like a Sarah Sierra, a Billy the barber, right? Those are success stories. So um, I never interviewed them when they were down or out in the streets. I interviewed them when they were in recovery, and I interviewed them because Sarah reached out to me. She wanted to share her story to motivate and inspire others that recovery is possible. Billy, he's a barber. He's doing a great job, but he was struggling for years. And he wanted to share his story to motivate and inspire others to let them know that there is hope and life after addiction in recovery, right? So the more we talk, the more we motivate, and eventually we'll have success stories. We're gonna lose people. We've lost Gabby, we've lost Cruz, we've lost Miguel, Manuel was yeah Manuel, right? Manuel, Seth. We've lost a lot of people, but uh, that's part of it. That's part of the deal. That's part of this family, right? We're going to lose people, but we're going to help people along the way, right? Our intentions are good. Our intention is to help people and create awareness and have less people go out into the streets and experiment with these pills. So you want to with something, go experiment with a job, go experiment with going to school, experiment with something that's going to drive success and build a future. So yeah, what do you guys think about that? Trisha B, hello. Anita, thank you. Cecilia, hi Art. Priscilla from California, hello. Eleanor Najar, hello from California. Do you watch Streets of America and do you know if it's filmed? I honestly do not watch any YouTube channels because I don't have time. I really don't. I've heard of that channel, but again, no, I don't know where they're from. I don't know who it is, where they're from. Calvin, I used to allow my emotions to control my comments, but I have grown and figured out my personal feelings about certain people doesn't matter. What matters is wanting the best for them. Absolutely. I love that growth, Calvin. That's a um that's a growth mindset, right? I know I've grown in the past 2 years, almost 2 years of doing this. I've grown personally. And so I invite you guys to open up your hearts, open up your minds, and allow yourselves to look at it from different perspectives, right? Because in the past, before I started doing this, I'm the ones that used to call them names. Why don't they get a job? I don't. Why do they do this? But the more you do this, you start to become more empathetic, more understanding, right, of humanity and our lost brothers and sisters that are out there, making poor choices, suffering through a disease called addiction. There's arguments on both sides, but it just breaks my heart, especially the young ones, the 18-year-olds, like Carla. Like, man, she could be my daughter, right? And it breaks my heart as a father, as a uh, as an American that really cares about the future of America. If that's our youth, right? Today they're all strung out, right? Because marijuana's legal and got these pills out here, and they're always looking for something higher to numb their pain. Like, what's that pain? Like, where's that pain coming from? We live in a society that's so, I don't know, man. Like, we have the best of everything here in America, right? The iPhone 14 just came out, right? It does everything except for cook. So, so I just don't know what people, me. I'm 47 years old. I'll be 48 in December, so I'm not young. So I don't understand this generation at all, and I try to. I try to give compassion and understanding, and I'll always understand. I'll always try to, but we definitely need to do a better job as parents, as a family, as a society, to really get down to the crux of it and what's going on. And so I think a lot of politics have to do with it. These laws, these politicians, what's separating us in America. I know one thing for sure: defund the police was like the dumbest thing ever, gang. Okay. Um, I would want more police in my community, because when you take the police away, they're going to do what they do in LA and San Francisco. People just go with big old bags, big bags. They go walk into a liquor store or Macy's or whatever, and they just fill it up, and nobody stops them. Nobody stops them because, can't offend them. Can't they have rights? Um, San Francisco, they you can't arrest somebody if they for theft. You can't arrest anybody for stealing. Can't arrest them. So businesses are shutting down. They're like, well, we're out of here. We're out of here, San Francisco, right? So silly laws like that with silly politicians like that, that just that decimates communities. It kills businesses. It kills communities. And so those people that some of you guys vote for, you guys have to be aware of what it does. It contributes to this. Here in Phoenix, we are 500 police officers below the level of where we should be at. Why? Because of defund the police. Because all police are evil. That's stupid. No, they're not. Is there a bad police officer in every department? Probably, right? Because human nature. But to cast a blanket statement on all police officers because somebody did something dumb, it's really stupid. That's like saying all Hispanics are lazy because whatever, right? That's really dumb. That's very generalized, and but a lot of people fall for it. A lot of politicians fall for it, and that defund the police thing that's catastrophic. Okay, and so I'm happy that uh, 2 days ago, the Phoenix Police Department caught a million pills and they took them off the street because that bus is literally going to save hundreds of lives. It saved hundreds of lives, but no media coverage, no ticker tape parade, no pat on the back, nothing. But let one cop make a mistake and shoot somebody, oh my God, riots and all this stuff, right? So politics really plays a big part in the division of our country and not letting people see, the whole perspective. So it's really unfortunate. So don't fall for the BS. Would you run for mayor? Hell no, I wouldn't run for mayor. Absolutely not. I think we need, yes, mental health care. If I was governor, by the way, I did an interview with so this November, Arizona is voting for a governor. Okay. Last year, last August, I reached out to all the candidates. Okay. All the Democrats, all the independents, and all the Republicans. Okay. I reached out to like 5 or 6 people last year. Guess how many people replied to me? One person replied, one of the candidates, only one. Nobody else replied to me. Because I emailed them and said, hey, can I interview you? I have a channel. At that time, I only had like 30,000, 40,000 subscribers, a little channel. This is what I do. Can I interview you? Because, I'd like to ask you what your thoughts are on what's going on, this uh, epidemic of opioids, of fentanyl, counterfeit fentanyl, and what would you do to combat it? And Carrie Lake was the only politician to say yes. And so we did a Zoom, and so it's on my videos. So go check it out because that's very relevant today. Okay, because in 2 months, in actually 40 some days, 45 days, we're going to vote for governor here in Arizona. So we need to know that the next governor is aware of the issue and is going to fight immediately, right, to combat this. So that's so instead of me running as mayor or governor, which I would never do, I'm going to support people that are willing to have the courage to talk to somebody and are going to give a detailed accounting of what they're going to do when they're in office, right? So I invite you guys to go look for that video and make your decision if you're in here in Arizona for the best candidate. I think it's a Carrie Lake versus Katie Hobbs. And just hear their messages, right? Uh, so that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to get to the crux of it, right? I'm trying to interview people that are going to be in power and what are they going to do, right? Italian girl, thank you very much. I think it's a sweater, Hawkins High. I think it's a sweater, and I think it's the hat. I was feeling Stranger Thingish today. Pamela states, I'm Canadian. You're forgiven, Pamela. You don't have to vote this November." Louise Fraijo, drugs are definitely the devil. Yes. A family member just told me today that some kids offered her son some drugs in the school bathroom in junior high. The first time I ever seen a gun was in the 7th grade, like in class. that was the first time in my life that I ever saw a gun in person, right? In the seventh grade, and that was in 1990. That was a long time ago. But yeah, if you're not talking to your to your children about drugs, alcohol, marijuana, and guns and violence and this and that, guess what? The streets will, their friends will, right? So you guys have to have that conversation and talk about the birds and the bees and talk about credit and how to get, FICO score and how to build your credit and how to get a job and how to apply for college. And you guys have to have those conversations, so Chaparra, hello. Jose Reyes, were you born in 1978? Born in 1974. Monet, do you ever go speak at schools? I've only spoken at one school because one of the teachers there, um, she used to be on the channel, but she used to comment on the channel. But I did speak at a school to sophomores, and that was really cool. I think a lot of schools wouldn't want me to talk because they want to put their head in the sand, right, like an ostrich, and pretend it's not there. This subject is very heavy, like it's very deep, and I think it's too heavy for these, so I think the teachers are very, I don't even know how to say it, but they tilt one way in the political spectrum, and they want to pretend like this really doesn't exist, so it's insane actually, but that's where you guys have to come in, right? Talk to your families and your children every day. Can we have an update on Blake? Yes, I've gone over it twice in the hour and 22 minutes I've been talking to you guys. So when this is over, just gonna have to watch it again. Okay. So, anyways, I'm out of here. I have to go pack. See that box? I have like 50 other boxes just like that, and I have to fill it up with stuff. But I'm probably gonna do one of these tomorrow. Okay, so I'll get with you guys tomorrow. You guys have a safe and blessed night. Thank you guys for sharing a part of your night with me. I feel privileged. Thank you guys very much for being part of the Lost in Phoenix family. I appreciate every single one of you. Thank you for the interaction. Thank you for the great questions and and the interaction. Again, I'm blessed to be partnered up with you guys because you guys all care. So thank you guys very much. Have a great night, and we'll talk soon. Okay, bye everybody.